Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while since I last posted a video. Actually, the last video I posted was not that long ago, but it wasn't really anything like a vlog. It was like a whole study session. Anyway, we'll go into that in a little bit, but it's been quite a while since I've last caught you up. So let's jump right into it because we have so many updates. First things first, I officially took the LSAT. I took the LSAT June 6th in person. I went to a testing center and I took it. And at that time, I had been scoring, my highest practice test was a 154. So I'm really hoping I score at least a 155. I feel, dare I say, generally a little bit confident that I did pretty well. Putting out good vibes, good vibes. I will find out the score in 3 weeks. So good vibes all around. The reason why I stopped posting was because mid-April, I was like, all right, I really need to lock in. I need to study. And for me personally, editing a YouTube video takes a lot longer than editing a TikTok. So I was very, very active on TikTok. Feel free to go follow me on there because I post way more. I post daily on TikTok. So if you ever want to see what's going on, if you want to follow my journey, be sure to follow me on there as well. I would post my study material every single day. We formed a whole community, which by the way, I'm so grateful for. At first, I was just posting everything on TikTok because I normally do. It's like a diary for me. But we ended up forming a really cool and just genuine community of people that were also going to take the LSAT and were also following their pre-law journey. So it's been really nice to have like a really nice community of people that just encourage you and push you to be better. So that has been really, really exciting. And so now that I've taken the LSAT, what's next? Well, first things first, I also need to let you know that I have started business school. You're probably like, business school, like what are you talking about? Like, aren't you going to law school? So here is the big update. So I have been toying with the idea of getting my master's of business administration, my MBA, for quite a few years now, actually. It did start as social, like self-inflicted social pressure. All of my friends have their master's degrees, and it's kind of like that peer pressure because I wasn't in school at the time. I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I should go back and get my master's degree. And I had been looking into different programs, and an MBA has always called my attention, but I've always steered clear from it because I'm generally not that good at math. And I was afraid because of all of the math classes that I had to take. In fact, fun fact, when I was in college, I wanted to minor in business administration, but just the fact that I had to take a calculus class deterred me from minoring in business administration. So the thought has always been there. I came across a video on TikTok actually of this girl talking about how she got her MBA in 6 months completely online. And to me, that was like, okay, that's intriguing. I should probably look into it. I looked into it and she had gotten her master's degree from Western Governors University. And after looking into it, it is basically a self-guided, self-paced program where you can take as long as you need to. You have to work with your mentor to assign how long you think your classes are going to take you. And you have access to all of the material. You have access to the final. You can see what you're going to need to prepare for the most part, and then take it when you're ready, which I think is a really interesting model rather than being in class for like 17 weeks and then taking a final and then moving on. So rather than it taking a year or 2 to get your MBA, you can get it as little as 6 months. And in fact, there are people that even get their MBA even quicker than 6 months. But I do work full time. I was studying for the LSAT. And so I'm just now starting my classes literally today. My first day of school was June 1st. However, because my LSAT was June 6th, I did not do anything regarding my MBA until literally today, Sunday, June 8th. So, you know, in that regard, it's been very flexible. I did talk to my mentor already. I talked to my professor already. I let them know like, hey, I'm taking the LSAT. I'm not going to do anything that first week. So I'm not going to do anything until, you know, the weekend. So that's been really cool. I talked to my mentor. I let him know that my goals were to be able to complete the MBA program in 6 months because I still want to go to law school. I've officially taken the LSAT. If I need to take it again, we'll take it in September, and we'll talk about that when we get there. For now, we're going to focus on wishing and hoping that we did really well because I felt really confident and I put in a lot of work to get where I was. So that's a bridge that we will cross if we get there. So my mentor felt that I have a lot of experience that I can offer, that I work really well under pressure. He asked me if I had any experience working in fast-paced environments, and I have a lot of experience doing so. And I really appreciate the fact that I'm able to do things at my own pace. So as of right now, to meet my goal of graduating in 6 months, I will be finishing a class every 2 weeks, which sounds pretty crazy, but I actually met a lot of great girls on TikTok, and we have this group chat. And a lot of the girls have already finished their first assignment. Another one of the girls already finished her second class, and it's only been 1 week of school. So, it seems really scary, but it's actually pretty doable. The professors are really cool, and they give you a lot of guidance. Your mentors give you guidance as well as to what you're going to need for the final and how to get a good score. So you have that support, which I really appreciate. Also, I just want to point out, none of this is sponsored. This is all my personal experience. And because it's so early on, please take what I say with a grain of salt. I will be documenting my journey. So if you want to see what it's like to get an MBA from WGU, Western Governors University, be sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss a video. I will be posting a video every single time I complete a class, and I'll tell you all about that class, what we learned, what I did for the final, how we tackled it. We'll tackle it together. So I have lots of videos to come, because I know when I was looking into WGU to see what people's experiences were like, there weren't too many videos. So I definitely want to document my journey. All right, so that kind of covers the LSAT, the MBA, where I'm getting it. Cost-wise, it's actually pretty affordable. I think for one semester it is, so one semester is a 6-month term. So they refer to as term 1, term 2. So just know if I say one term, it's a 6-month period. So one term comes out to about $5,000. It's a little bit less than $5,000, but we'll just round up to $5,000. And I decided that if I'm able to complete my MBA in 6 months, taking a $5,000 student federal loan would be worth it for my future, for my ultimate goals. Now, so what are my goals? I actually plan to use the set of skills that I learned with my MBA to be able to apply that as an attorney. So I don't know if I've ever shared this on YouTube before, but my ultimate goal is to have my own law firm. Obviously, I want to be an attorney. I want to be a successful and great attorney. And I also would love to have my own law firm. And so I would love to know what it takes to run a business, to have a business and be a successful, compassionate, and great leader. I want people to actually enjoy working with me and not think that I'm like some terrible boss that doesn't know what they're doing, or terrible boss that doesn't know how to run a business. I want to be able to be excellent in both of these different fields. So for me and my goals, I felt like getting an MBA would be worth it. So I did take a government loan. I used FAFSA to be able to pay the $5,000. I also applied for 2 different discounts / scholarships. So I do work full-time at a school district. As you guys know, I'm still a testing and data coordinator. And so I'm also a part of my district's union. And my union, AFT, is actually partnered with WGU. AFT stands for the American Federation of Teachers, and they are partnered with WGU. So I was able to apply for a 5% discount by confirming that I am a good standing member of my union, which is amazing. And actually one of our union representatives, my cousin, gave me that. So shout out to Laura, you're awesome for that. So I was able to apply for a 5% discount, which ended up totaling about $200 that was removed from my tuition, which is amazing because it's $200 that I didn't have to pay. And in addition to that, I also was able to apply for a WGU specific union scholarship. And I applied to different WGU scholarships, and as a WGU student, you're eligible to only receive one school-related scholarship, and they have various. So I applied for one for AmeriCorps because I did serve 3 terms under AmeriCorps. I also applied for the union one. I applied for a school scholarship for MBA students, and I was awarded the union scholarship. So that was awesome. I had to answer a few questions about my activism in my union and what I would do with my MBA, which was really cool. And I was very grateful to have been awarded that. And I think it was a total of $2,400 split into 2 terms. Since I'm only hopefully going to use 1 term to complete my MBA, I was able to cash in $1,200 of that. So in total, I was able to get about $1,400 worth of scholarships and discounts, which means I only had to take out about $3,700 worth of loans. And I probably have the math wrong, so I'll put it in here somewhere what the actual math breakdown was of how much I actually have in loans versus how much was deducted from my payment with tuitions, discounts, and scholarships. So I'll be sure to put it in here somewhere, but just know the math isn't mathing for me just yet. So I'm very fortunate and blessed to have received those scholarships and those discounts to make it even more affordable for me, as well as, like I said, I did take out a student loan for this. So I'm really excited for this journey. I really am going to document as much as possible because I know there wasn't really much to go off of when I was looking into it a few months ago. So I definitely want this page to be somewhere for people to see like what my experience has been. And of course, as we prepare to apply for law school, we'll definitely be updating you on that, like updating our personal statement. I kind of have it done, but after some time and thinking about who I am today versus who I was when I finished it like 6 months ago, I even feel like I'm even more of a radicalized person now with everything that's going on with all of the ICE raids that are happening in Los Angeles. As you know, today is June 8th, as I mentioned, and in the past 2 days, the ICE raids have been astronomical, and just the things that they're doing are absolutely aberrant. They're separating families, they're causing a lot of trauma with our community, and these things have slowly and quickly radicalized me. So who I am today and the beliefs that I have and the reasons why I'm pursuing law and pursuing this MBA are such a bigger driving force than what I thought they were even 6 months ago. So I definitely want to rewrite my personal statement, make it more me, and really show that passion that I have, because the things that are happening in our community, and when I say our community, I'm talking about our Latino community, is just absolutely unacceptable and just absolutely horrifying. And I truly believe that we need more people like us, more Latinos, more first generation Latinos who actually care about our community to represent our community in situations like this. And I am just so passionate about that. And so I definitely want to show that more in my personal statement. So there's a lot that we need to do. There's a lot that needs to get done, but I'm really excited for this journey, and I hope you guys follow along with me. Be sure to like this video. Feel free to comment down below if you've gotten your MBA, or if you have any questions or any ideas or specific things that you may want to see. Also, feel free to follow me on TikTok. I'm very active on there, so I'll be posting a lot of content on there as well about my MBA journey, and I will definitely keep you posted with law school. We'll see what the score update is in 3 weeks, and here's to hoping that we did really well. And if not, we'll take it one day at a time, and we can always prepare for September. So until next time, embrace the day.